The Flame Within, a Buddhist tale to overcome laziness. Once upon a time in the serene mountains of ancient India, there lived a young man named Sohan. Sohan was known in his village for being exceptionally kind and intelligent, but he was also plagued by a crippling laziness that held him back from achieving his potential. He often spent his days lying under the shade of the banyan tree, dreaming about a better future, but doing little to make it a reality. Sohan's parents were worried. They believed in his potential and wanted him to excel, but their advice fell on deaf ears. One day his father said, "Sohan, your future is slipping away like sand in an open hand. If you do nothing, you will have nothing." Sohan, irritated by the repeated scoldings, decided to seek refuge in his laziness. Why strive so hard, and he thought, everything will come when the time is right. Meeting the enlightened monk. One fateful morning, an enlightened Buddhist monk named Master Dhyanananda visited the village. The villagers revered him, saying he could open the eyes of even the most lost soul. Sohan's father approached the monk and pleaded, "Please help my son find purpose. His laziness is wasting his life." The monk agreed and summoned Sohan. Begrudgingly, Sohan followed his father to meet the monk. Master Dhyanananda looked at Sohan kindly and asked, "Why do you think you are lazy, my child?" Sohan shrugged. "I don't know, Master. I feel there is no urgency. Everything can wait." The monk smiled. "Then let me tell you a story. Come with me to the mountains tomorrow morning." Though reluctant, Sohan agreed. The journey to the cave. The next morning, Master Dhyanananda and Sohan began their journey up the mountains. The path was steep and challenging. Sohan complained incessantly about the difficulty, but the monk walked with steady steps, his calm presence urging Sohan to continue. At last they arrived at a cave. Inside, the air was cool and the silence profound. Master Dhyanananda lit a small oil lamp and asked Sohan to sit beside him. He began, "Once there was a man named Ramesh who suffered from the same affliction as you, laziness. He too believed time was abundant. One day he met a sage who gave him a magical lamp. The sage said, 'This lamp will grant you immense light, but only if you constantly pour oil into it. If you stop, the flame will extinguish forever, leaving you in eternal darkness.'" Ramesh accepted the lamp and returned home. At first, he diligently poured oil, marveling at the light it produced. But soon his laziness crept in. "I'll pour the oil later," he thought. The flame dimmed, and before he realized it, the lamp went out. Without the flame, Ramesh's world became dark and cold. Regret consumed him, but it was too late. The sage never returned, and the lamp remained extinguished forever. Sohan's realization. Master Dhyanananda turned to Sohan. "You too have a lamp within you, Sohan. It is the flame of potential, fueled by your efforts and actions. If you let laziness take over, that flame will die. And when it does, it will leave you in the darkness of regret." Sohan sat in silence, the monk's words echoing in his mind. He realized that his inaction was slowly extinguishing his inner flame. For the first time, he felt a deep pang of regret for the opportunities he had wasted. The lesson of the river. The monk then took Sohan to a nearby river. "Watch the water," he instructed. "It flows continuously, carving paths through mountains and valleys, never stopping. That is the nature of life, constant movement. Laziness is like a stagnant pond. It breeds nothing but decay. But effort is like this river. It creates life and possibilities wherever it flows." Sohan watched the river, its relentless current carrying away leaves and debris. He saw how even the smallest effort contributed to the greater flow of life. A test of willpower. To reinforce the lesson, Master Dhyanananda gave Sohan a task. He handed him a jar and said, "Climb this mountain again tomorrow and fill this jar with water from the spring at the summit. If you succeed, you will understand the power of consistent effort." Sohan doubted himself but accepted the challenge. The next day he began the climb. The path was arduous, and Sohan felt the familiar temptation to give up. But he remembered the monk's words about the inner flame. Step by step, he persevered. When he finally reached the summit and filled the jar, an overwhelming sense of accomplishment filled him. Returning to the monk, Sohan presented the jar with a proud smile. Master Dhyanananda nodded approvingly. "Remember this feeling, Sohan. This is the reward of effort. Every step you take, no matter how small, fuels your inner flame. Transforming laziness into purpose. Sohan returned to the village a changed man. He began waking up early, helping his family with chores, and learning new skills. He set small, achievable goals each day, ensuring his inner flame remained lit. Over time, his efforts compounded, and he became a respected and successful figure in the village. Years later, when Sohan himself became a teacher, he often told the story of the lamp in the river, inspiring others to overcome laziness and embrace purposeful living. The wisdom of the monk. Before leaving the village, Master Dhyanananda imparted one final piece of wisdom. Laziness is not your nature, it is a habit. Break it with small, consistent actions. Remember, the flame within you is precious. Nurture it, and it will illuminate not only your life, but the lives of others as well. From that day on, Sohan lived by the monk's teachings, proving to himself and others that with consistent effort, one could overcome even the deepest inertia and transform life into a beacon of purpose and achievement. And so, the story of Sohan became a timeless reminder. Never let laziness extinguish the flame within you.